Oh, by the way, guys.
No. Remember we talked about episodic versus batch? This is the problem with this is the good thing about episodic.
Yeah, that's true.
But by
That's
now
true.
it comes out tomorrow because it's Saturday, so you had enough time to watch it. But still,
Yeah.
spoiler alert. You know,
Spoiler.
what's up? It's Wanted and Mino. We're gonna be talking about House of the Dragon or Hot D as it's called. Episode 1. Yeah, it's actually called Hot D.
Hot D.
Hot D.
Well, um, you know what? Let me take a sip of water while I contemplate that title. But yeah. Today we're gonna be talking about Game of Thrones. Hot D, as he said. Uh, yeah. Let's jump into it.
You know, there was surprisingly not that much D in the episode compared to like a regular Game of Thrones episode. It started off kind of mellow to me.
Let me tell you something, right?
Yo,
My wife never watched Game of Thrones. I try to get her to watch it,
yeah.
but I ain't gonna lie. The first like 3 episodes of Game of Thrones, boring as hell.
I mean, the
It
first one
almost
was
made me
was
want to get
good.
into it. Huh?
The first episode was good of Game of Thrones.
No,
When he pushed
that was
Bran,
so
when he pushed
confused.
him out the window, I guess that was the end of the episode.
No, the first episode was when they was in the woods and they saw the bodies like scattered around.
Oh, I don't remember.
But the first few episodes, I was just bored. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's the significance of any of this.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was watching it with a girl that I was friendly with, and she was trying to get me to watch it. And I was like, bruh, this is boring. Let's go do that thing that we like to do. But but yeah, so Dee was trying to watch it with me, and she got bored too. So when we watching the game of the Hot D,
Yes.
right? She was very surprised when it was just like they were talking, and then the
Yeah.
next scene is just my boy in the back.
Oh,
Like,
there
what the
was
hell?
there was some hot D going on. Yeah.
She was like, so they just jumped straight into a sex scene. I was like, yeah, that's Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they jump into whatever scene they want actually. And that's one thing I like about this genre, I guess they call it, is that it jumps from different stories and different perspectives.
Yeah,
The same for books with me. I like when they do that.
yeah. Um, could they have been more? Could they have been more deep?
Of
You
course,
feel?
there always can be more D, but I feel like it was a good introduction. Um, there's nobody I don't like yet besides the prince, but it's still kind of like a love hate with him.
I don't lie though. The king is the prince is the one who's in charge now, right?
Oh, that's the king. The prince is
Wait,
the one that was doing the fighting on the horseback in
ah,
all black.
the
Yeah.
brother.
Yes.
Yeah. The king.
Yeah.
Why my boy look like he is special ed?
Yeah. He. Oh, yeah. He's soft. He's soft.
My boy look like he like eat puff every day at school.
Oh,
Like,
man. He need to get a little bit more backbone. I mean, he did when the prince dissed his son, but like that's the only time.
yeah. I ain't gonna lie though, that was funny.
Yeah,
King for what is that? Ear for a day?
that's
That's
crazy.
funny. Like, bruh, you savage.
Yeah,
Your brother over here mourning and you over here cracking up and having. Oh,
celebrating.
that remind me the funniest scene, right? Dude, tell me why. He's like, listen up, everybody, stop talking, listen up. They have something in the background, mid stroke, mid stroke, looking back like this.
Oh
Just
man.
crack me up.
I find it was weird that the king's daughter and the prince had like a weird relationship.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, yep, this is definitely Game of Thrones territory right here.
Game of Game of Thrones love dabbling in
Incest.
incest.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess back in them, like not in them times, but
But it's not
like
even real, so it don't
what it's
matter.
based on,
Yeah.
the time periods that it's based on. People used to incest to keep the bloodline strong and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense.
I actually predicted one word, Dracarys. Because, there's 17 dragons in this series now. Yeah, this is back in the day when dragons were like a thing.
What happened to the dragons though? Like, did they get hunted or something to extinction?
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, we gotta find out because
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that there were only three dragons, and then they were all male. So what's the point? Like,
Yeah.
y'all ain't gonna survive.
Yeah. But it wasn't just those are like reborn dragons too. Like and not just they weren't there until Khaleesi birthed them, I guess. Those were her
Yeah,
children.
yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
All right, so what I like about this show was they had a good mix of everything. They had the violence,
Yep.
like the scene with the mom giving birth while the knight
Ooh. Yeah.
was fighting and stuff. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
that was it was very visually intense.
Yeah, it was.
Like even like D who like watching it for the first time was like into it at that point
Yeah. Same with
because
my
she could
wife.
like yeah because I feel like she could relate to the woman giving birth.
hmm It was such a like interesting dilemma. Like you choose one or none.
Yeah, and then in the end he still get none.
That's
So
crazy.
oh by the way, guys,
No, 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 no. Remember we talked about episodic versus batch? This is the problem with wait, this is the good thing about episodic.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
But by
That's
now
true.
it comes out tomorrow because it's Saturday. So you had enough time to watch it. But still,
Yeah,
spoiler alert, you know,
spoiler.
6 minutes in.
Oh, the dilemma choosing between
Oh, yeah, yeah, one or
them.
none.
And I was basically saying like none of them survived at the end anyway.
Yeah.
That sucked.
hmm Oh, and he
Is
did
that why?
something revolutionary. Well, you go first because mine is a different topic.
Is that why you think that? So I know like in the time period that they're basing these shows on,
hmm
like having a son was like important because that's the heir to the throne and all that.
Yep.
But I think in this show, like she tried to have a bunch of kids before, right? And they
Yeah.
keep dying.
hmm
You think they were like all boys?
But they wouldn't know based on like how far along it was.
Damn,
Yeah. I think he just wanted like a living son. And
damn.
then since his brother dissed him in the most ultimate way, he did something I would never done before and just made his daughter like the next in line.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you think this is some theory crafting right here, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that that decision right there led to the downfall of the Targaryens?
Probably because, back in them times, tradition is everything, like literally everything. So once you break tradition, you just break in the law, basically, the law of the land. And people can't handle change.
Damn, he put a curse on them. And then the next thing is, Game of Thrones is basically another way of saying people fighting over being the ruler, right?
Yeah.
Was there a Game of Thrones back then, or was it more like just like pass it down?
But we're gonna
Because they
see.
had the Iron Throne already.
Yeah, we're gonna see how it got to the hands of wherever it got to. This is like 170 years before. So we're gonna see what happens and how it's infiltrated.
Be hilarious, or not hilarious, but what I would like to see
Was
every time they do a new like not season, but like a new
Chapter.
production of Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
they keep going further and further back in the past.
Mm,
Because I want to see how the like throne got created.
gotcha. But that throne is sharp because he cut his hand on it.
My boy had the herpes on his back. Remember that?
You wild as hell. And it just shows you how far we've come as people. Because back then it's like, well, you have something in your back that's not going away. I don't know what to tell you.
Man, like, no worries, we got you. We're gonna take this big Brandon iron.
Oh my
I'm gonna
gosh.
just hold it there till it close up. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Cauterize the shit out of it.
Damn. He even get cut like just sitting down, like on his finger.
That's
Like,
what I said. He cut his hand on the throne.
damn. You got he gotta invest in some padding, like a full body padding. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but
You think
that's a
there's
throne that I would
something going
consider.
on between the two young ladies? I got that feeling too.
Like friendship or like relationship.
Like more romantic than friendship.
I don't know actually. At first I did think that, but then later on I was like, nah, they're not giving it enough, like often enough. Like they're not like sneaking around to like be together and all that stuff. They're just like chilling. It's like getting more like best friend vibes.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Plus the way how she interacted with her uncle, maybe she bi, because that was like a weird interaction too. Like,
Very weird.
turn around, let me put this chain on you. Like, nigga, what?
He got away in the end though. Like he ran away.
Yeah. But it didn't his brother send him away?
He sent him back home with his wife, but he ran away with his mistress on the dragon.
Oh yeah, yeah, the black hair lady
Yeah.
who he was daggering out. My boy stopped mid daggering to
Ugh.
like go sit down and contemplate life. Like why? Like
And she's like a real. She's like, I'll bring you more people. I'm like, what? Damn. Okay, I see you.
we all knew what was in our lives, but
Oh my gosh.
married men now. Well, at least on my end, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, one thing I like about Game of Thrones is, and especially in this show, like so far, is how they explore the relationships between people.
Yeah.
Um, like the uncle with his niece, they had a good relationship, but what's gonna happen now that she's the heir to the throne? Is he gonna start being mean to his niece?
Mm-hmm.
Or is he gonna try and manipulate her so he could be in control?
Yeah.
And then like how he seems is like he's a very like power hungry kind of guy.
Yep.
Because the first scene you see is him like cutting up a bunch of people body parts,
Yeah.
and he obviously have a good firm like strong grip over that military thing that he has. I don't know if like he gonna try to overthrow the, you know what I
No.
mean?
Yeah. I'm trying hard not to like spoil for myself. I'm like, how's this tie into Game of Thrones? Like, I want to know and like understand the connection like early on instead of waiting. But I tell myself I'm gonna just wait it out week by week and then figure out the story as we go along.
Have you watched Game of Thrones already?
Mm-hmm. But
Okay.
you know, in Game of Thrones, they reference back to these people and they say what happened to them and things like that. So
Ooh, I don't know.
I try not to go back and like look up what happened to this person or how they relate to this person and whatnot.
What if we rewatch Game of Thrones with our wives?
I could try and do that.
The thing is, it's a bunch of episodes, man.
Man.
What I hope for this,
Yeah.
this hot D is I hope they don't go the way of the previous Game of Thrones
Mm,
where they rush the ending.
yeah.
Because I mean, it was such a good show, even though it was kind of falling off
Yeah.
nearing the end, but it was still good to me. Like, I didn't really care that it was falling off. I still enjoyed the story.
I don't think
But
that's
that,
what they intended to do though. I think at that point it's like you have people that want things done or there's no time or there's no money and then you have to just end it.
yeah, money isn't infinite. That's
Yeah.
true. But still, man, that sucks. It
Yeah.
sucked.
Hopefully we get
All
a
right.
long progression of character development, interactions. I want to see all the dragons. Yeah.
I hope they do some. You know, it'd be cool if they did something like what Disney doing with Marvel, which is like make like a series,
Yeah.
and or like kind of what we was listening to with the that thing about I'm blanking. Remember that video I shared with you about the guy talking about how anime is changing.
Yeah.
I like the idea of doing a series and then have it end in a movie.
Yeah.
I feel like Game of Thrones would be perfect for that.
Hopefully the movie could stand up to it because the seasons actually are really good.
Yeah. But the movie would just be like basically the concluding thing. So it would be like all action pretty much.
And you would have to watch the episodes to watch the movie.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. I feel like they should just do a canon movie based on the episodes
Mm.
with a little bit more added to it.
I mean, there's so many options really. Whichever way they decide to go.
Yeah.
I also like the dragons so far. Like they have different kinds of dragons.
Yeah.
Like the girl have like a golden looking dragon.
Mhm.
The evil guy, I don't know if he's really evil, but I think that's what they're trying to portray him as.
Yeah.
He has like a black looking dragon, like black and red.
My favorite colors.
Yeah, and I also like how his dragon have like the webs in the back, like on the back legs. Oh, like
Yeah.
that's cool. Like imagining how it flies through the air with the. I was just like really like picturing it, like even though that's like a small detail in the show.
Hey, it's big to you, so it's big.
Hey, that's what all the ladies say.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, no, wait, I'm backwards. That's what I say to all the ladies. That reminds me, I was watching this thing on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And the guy was saying um something about his penis being big to every woman who likes him or something like that. I was like, bruh, you should not admit that on like live.
For real.
But yeah. I think that's it. Is there any cons that you see in a show that you like think could become problematic later on or something?
The only con is not really important. I like things to just get to the action, and there's like a lot of storytelling, so I just gotta be patient with it, especially since it's like a brand new. But I was
Yeah.
entertained for the most part. That's what happens with this whole genre, I guess. It's like in the beginning, it's like, man, this is boring, and then by the end, it's like, that's it. Meanwhile, it's been like a
Yeah.
whole hour and change.
Yeah.
They give you the good stuff right at the end, and that's what they always do.
Yep. Gotta leave that cliffhanger, you know?
Yeah,
That's a that's like the formula, you know, start off boring,
yeah.
get hype, end it on a cliffhanger, draw them
hmm
in for the next episode that's happening a week from now.
A rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
This would be
And
a
then
very binge-worthy show if it was like in a batch.
yeah. I think like that's kind of my problem was with Game of Thrones, the original one,
hmm
is that it started off boring, continued being boring, in my opinion, for the first 3 episodes. And then when they pushed that boy out the tower is when it started getting good.
Yeah.
Because then I was like, oh wow, this little kid Bran, he's so cool. I like him. And that's the next thing I tell D about Game of Thrones. Don't get attached to any characters. They could probably
Anybody,
die.
no attachment whatsoever.
Oh man. That's one of the reasons why I like Game of Thrones, the original one, is because I didn't see it coming.
Yeah,
Anytime somebody died who I really liked, I was like, damn, like
dude,
I
they
did not
kill
expect that.
Ned. Like Ned,
Dude, I did not expect that at all.
really.
And I also like that Game of Thrones is more adult, you know, like it's fine to show the sex scenes and it's fine to show the killing scenes because it's a adult movie, and I like
Yeah.
that they're not like shying away from it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's
adult show.
HBO, so they always been wild there.
Yeah. Although I ain't gonna lie, they need to lay off the incest stuff. Like, they need to calm down.
Yeah.
Although I'll say this from the previous Game of Thrones, that lady who was with her brother,
Cersei.
yeah, I kind of liked her, even though like she was pretty much the villain.
Nah, I never liked her.
I kind of like the like she seemed to always be like one step ahead, but not really. It's hard to
Mm.
explain, but like
I don't know what you're
she's
talking about.
yeah, and she had like that guy, the eunuch, I
Mm-hmm.
think,
Yeah.
helping her. I liked him a lot.
Yeah, he was funny.
And I still don't know why they used to call dude Littlefinger. I still not sure. Like,
I have to go back and check on that one too.
oh man, like Littlefinger. What he be getting into?
Well, tight spaces probably.
Hey, sometimes you got pinky, sometimes you got thumb.
Oh. Oh man, that's funny. All right, man. It's gonna be a late react because episode 2 coming out soon, so we gotta react to that one a little bit faster.
Yeah, and this month almost over, so that means soon we'll be able to buy our next book and do our 2 book reviews.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of content coming up, really.
Yep. Ah man. See you later.
All right, good night, man.
Peace.
Peace.